Good morning. We are back for another episode of Things You Should Know. Get your drink of choice. Get your mind right. Get the hospitality mentality in place because August is difficult, but you've made it. You've put in the hard work, and I don't want to just pass by that because if you've made it to August, you are mentally tough, you are strong, and we have a lot of water park left. So where have we been? Let's go ahead and recap a little bit of how we got here. Roll the tape.
Won't you fly free, bird, yeah.
When it mattered, I saw you standing there in the light of the window, wearing that same smile. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, wearing that same smile. Man, it's been a while. Wearing that same smile. Man, it's been a while. But I knew it, I knew you. I knew it, I knew you. I knew it, I knew you. I knew it.
Stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
Those videos bring a tear to my eye. We've had so much fun. We've laughed, we've cried, we've smiled, we've made so many memories with families and all of our customers coming. They've experienced all of our parks in different ways. Those videos highlight that because we are bringing the experiences to the water park world and to families from home. You guys, you just got to remember, we are doing way more than just opening and closing the doors. We are creating memories worth repeating all summer long. Without further ado, let's jump into quick hits. Now check this out. I don't know why my world centered. It's like the Google Earth kind of centering, and it comes down to where you're at in the location. You guys can visualize that. But we are in our last week of dailies, Monday through Sunday. We are going to go open to close, open to close. We got all kinds of activities going on. But if you can get your head around it like I have to, we are coming to an end only on the weekends. Some of you are open on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. We got to make all those days count, but make this week really special for all of our team members because they are going to be changing their lives. They're going to go back to school. They've already had band starting. They've already had football starting. They've already had all their extracurricular activities starting. They've been to the mall. They're buying new shoes. They're spending all that kind of money. And you guys are the ones that are providing those resources. So make sure your summer family, which is your team members, let them know this week that you appreciate them because we need them all the way to the end of September. So dailies are coming to an end. It's a super important time that you guys manage this week really appropriately because once you stop seeing those team members daily, you start losing connection. So this week, get the connection. Make sure your contacts are updated so you have a busy, I'm going to call it a roster going into the season. So our next big weekend after this is actually going to be Labor Day weekend, and that is generally a pretty good weekend for us. But if there's one thing we've learned for quick hits is that we know how to do events, and we have a lot of events coming up this week. All of you know we have Emo Night in Cowabunga Canyon. We have a grown-up getaway in Canyon. We have a movie nights. We have Typhoon Tykes. We have so much going on. We have family nights. We have even faith and family nights. You guys at all your parks, we have so much going on this week. But I really want you to take a pause, step back, realize what you've done this summer going into August because we still have a lot of summer left. Going into the weekends gets really tough, and we got to maximize those. So what are you doing to do your part? That's this quick hit. I want to make sure that you guys are doing the right thing because you're going to be distracted coming up as well. So make sure your schedules, making sure that all your paperwork's in order and that your manager knows what your schedule is going in. So we have no surprises coming into those weekend operations because if it were easy, everyone would do it. Just remember that. Now, with all that being said, our last quick hit is this. As some team members are saying bye, other team members are saying hello, and we need to be day one ready for them. And that means Traditions. Traditions is live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If we need to adjust those times, let us know. But Tuesdays is 11, Thursdays it's at 4. Some of you we have adjusted that for, but it's very important that our new team members coming in get oriented in the right way so they understand our traditions so they can go be the best team member they can be. I've been hearing from a lot of our team members. They've had great experiences this summer. The ones that have made it this far are really, truly understand our traditions, and we want to make sure that they have the ability to pass that legacy on. So traditions is super important. Make sure that they are scheduled to join that because we are keeping a list. We're counting it twice, and we're going to make sure they go through. You can't run because we're going to find you. Without further ado, let's jump into updates. As you guys know, we're not going into a lot of updates going into August on purpose, but what we do have is we want to update and remind you of what's going on that we have on our policy and procedures. Brother Corey did an awesome job doing a video on our PRs. That's our purchase or requisitions. We have a lot of paperwork to make sure that we understand where all of our future dollars are going and approvals to be spent. And Corey, if you haven't seen it, we're gonna make sure that you guys see it now because it's it's a 6-minute video or so, but it is a great reminder on how to do PRs because at the end of the year, at the end of the day, budgets run our lives in some way or another. And this is a way that we can actually be able to figure out our estimated finishes as we go into the lights off mode, which we're still far away. We still have about 90 days on that going in, not on dailies, but going into when we actually shut the doors. So without further ado, let's see Corey.
Hi y'all, so today we're going to do a quick video on how to enter a purchase request and explain the different statuses of a purchase request as you're looking at them. So first thing you're going to do is log into Sage Intacct. So when you're in this main screen right here, you will log in. If you have any issues logging in, please make sure to contact your business administrator and then they will get with either Jeff or myself to make sure that you can get logged in. Once you get to this screen, you will click on applications here at the top. You'll go to purchasing. There's quote right here and you'll see the purchase request types. You will choose the purchase request for your specific location. If you are doing a departmental split, you cannot use one location specific PR for a departmental split. So you'll want to make sure to do that under PG because that's how you will do multiple departments between your one location. So we'll go to Houston here. When you get to the purchase request here, this will bring the entire list of all purchase requests made. So you'll click on add. And this will start you with a brand new purchase request. So we're going to go through each step on how to fill this out. So we'll start with the date. If you were doing a PR for within this same month that you're in, you'll just leave the day that you're making the PR. If you're doing it for a future month, you'll want to make sure to make it the first of whatever month you're doing it for. So we'll leave the date as is for today. The next you will choose your vendor. So for this example, I will use Cisco. So we'll choose the vendor here. The payment terms right here, 90% of the time will auto-populate the payment terms. If it does not, you just need to select them. Our generic is net 30, and you can select that. And then AP, as we're actually paying the bill, will change the terms to what the actual invoice is for. You can leave the reference field and vendor document number blank. And the message field here, this is important if you want to just put a quick message of what that purchase is for. And but it is optional. For the shipping method, you can also leave that blank. For the attachment, an attachment is not required for a purchase request, but we do highly recommend it. So if you do have a quote or an estimate or just a screenshot of the cart, if you're purchasing something from a website, you can go ahead and attach that here. Super easy. You can just take it and drag and drop this right here into the screen and it'll attach the invoice. These questions, anything that has a red star, these are required for you to answer. So the key thing will be if you included sales tax or not in your purchase request, you would put yes or no. And then shipping, same question. If you include shipping costs in your purchase request, you would just put yes or no. And if it's something like a food order that we do not get shipping at all, you would just put NA for not applicable. We will go over the different payment methods and payment types in a separate video. Right here, the if CapEx. So if it's a CapEx purchase, most of the time you will just put not CapEx. You do have to answer the question. If it is a CapEx purchase, you would select which project it's going to be for. And then the most important part of a purchase request is this entry area down here at the bottom. This is going to be where you are coding the PR to. So this is very important. Right here is going to be your general ledger that you're going to be coding it to. This one for Cisco, we're going to do 1300, which is F&B inventory. For the memo is going to be the very detailed description of what you're making this purchase for. So this is very important. It needs to be as detailed as possible so that when we go back and look at reports, we see exactly what that purchase was made for. So in the memo here, I will put food purchase for today's date. For the location, you will want to make sure that you choose your correct location. So Houston, you are EO1. Austin, you are EO2. Vegas, you will actually not be EO3. So when we are making a purchase, it will never be EO3 Cowabunga Vegas. It'll always either be LO3, LO4, or LO5 for Cowabunga Bay, Cowabunga Canyon, or Cowabunga Corporate. The department here, you will want to make sure that is the location specific department. If not, if you choose just a generic food and beverage right here, it will not let you submit the PR. It has to be location specific. The key thing here that is good with the system is if you choose the wrong location from the PR you're in, it will not allow you to submit the PR. So just make sure you're doing it for food and beverage TTH or whichever location you're at. For the conversion type, you want to make sure that it is always price. You never want to change it to quantity. You will always leave it price, and then you will enter your total here. Once all of these fields are filled out and everything looks good, you will then just hit submit, and this will submit a new PR. To go back and look at that PR you just submitted, you can go into the vendor at the very top right there and type in your vendor, and then you will see the different states of the PR. So when it's in the submitted state right here, that means it has just been submitted and it is waiting on approval from somebody. And you can go through, and once you click on that, it'll take you to this history page, and you can go to approval history and see who it's waiting on. That way you can go to that person and ask them, hey, can you please look at this PR and make sure it gets approved, please. So submitted is one state. The next state will be pending. So once it's gone through all approvals in the system, it'll be a pending PR. So then that means it's ready to be converted and paid for by AP. So it's good to go. You're ready to spend once it is pending. You cannot spend, the purchase is not approved to spend unless that PR is in a pending state. The next state will be partially approved. So if you see anything that's partially approved, that means that somebody in the approval process has approved it, but there's still more approvers after that that have to go ahead and hit approve on their end. And then the last state is going to be converted. So converted is either going to mean we have received the invoice on AP side and we have converted it for payment, or it means that that PR is no longer needed. So we have written off that PR, so it's not accounting in your books anymore. All right, so that covers how to create and submit, monitor, and understand the statuses of all the purchase requests. So next, on another video, we will go ahead and go over the types of purchases and payment methods for purchasing.
So we are in happening now. We got a lot happening now in this water park in August. August, as you guys know, is a very difficult month. Because of that, we need to make sure that we are doing our checkup from the neck up, and we want to recap what we are going to do to give you guys the energy to finish strong, because we are going to be challenged. We are going to be short staffed in some areas, and we need some I guess, guidance of the North Star where we've been. So what we decided to do is do a new summer series. We are going to bring it back in. We have 5 parks in 4 markets with 3 brands, 2 awesome seasons, as you guys know, on and off season, and 1 company called Peak Group. And we want to make sure that we highlight all the awesome things we do. So we are going to play some videos that some of you may not have seen right here on Happening Now. Let's watch the first one. Every interaction has an opportunity to make someone's day just a little bit better. That's why our vision is simple: to make moments worth repeating all summer long. These aren't just words on a wall. They're a guide for how we serve our guests every single day. Let's take a closer look at what each part means. Making moments starts with action. It's a reminder that great guest experiences don't happen by accident. They happen because someone chose to create them. Every employee has the power to make a moment. A lifeguard who notices a nervous child and offers encouragement before their first slide. A team member who helps a family find a lost item. A food service employee who serves guests with a smile even during a busy rush. An admissions team member who starts a guest day with energy and excitement. These may seem like small actions, but for a guest experiencing them, they can become the most memorable part of the day. Making moments require us to be present, to pay attention, to look for opportunities to serve, and to care about the people in front of us. Because when we focus on creating positive experiences, we create memories, and memories are what guests take home with them. No matter where you work in the park, you have the ability to make a difference. Every role contributes, every position matters, every team member helps create the experience. Now let's jump into worth repeating. Making a moment is important. Making a moment worth repeating is the goal. Think about for some of your favorite memories. Maybe it's celebrating a holiday with your family. Maybe it's a vacation you still talk about years later. A tradition that happens every single year. What makes those experiences special isn't just what happened, it's how they made you feel. People remember feelings. They remember being welcomed, having fun, laughing together, and remember feeling cared for. That's what we're trying to create for our guests. When families leave our park, we want them talking about the day all the way home. We want the kids asking when are they going to come back. We want the parents feeling like the trip was worth it. We want friends sharing stories and photos from their visit. And ultimately, we want guests to return every single year. Not because of a ride, not because of a meal or the ticket, because of the memories they created while they were here. Summer traditions don't just happen, they're built one great experience at a time. Every guest who returns starts with one first visitor. The experiences we create today determine whether they'll want to come back tomorrow. That's what making a moment worth repeating is all about. Now, let's jump into all summer long. The final part of our vision is to make a commitment because creating great experiences once isn't enough. We must do it consistently every day, every shift, every guest, every interaction. It's easy to deliver great service on opening day when excitement is high. The challenge is delivering that same experience in the middle of a hot summer July day. That's what all summer long means. It's our promise that no matter when guests visit, they'll receive our best and your attention. Whether they're the first guest through the gate or the last guest leaving the park, whether it's day 1 or day 101, we show up to serve every single day. We stay focused on the guest experience and we support one another because every guest deserves an incredible experience regardless of when they visit. The memories we're helping create are too important to create any day like it's just every ordinary day. For our guests, they may be the only time they visit all year. For some families, the day has been planned for months. That's why consistency and commitment matter. Remember that our vision belongs to every member of the team, and that's you. No matter your title, no matter your department, no matter your experience level, you have the ability to impact someone's day and the opportunity to create a memory. When you work together, we create something special. We create moments, memories, traditions, and we help families, friends make the most of their summer. That's what it means to make a moment worth repeating all summer long. And that's the difference why you are here to make every single day important. You are going to create an experience worth repeating all summer long. Go get them. Those are awesome videos. There is a reason why you guys are watching this. There's a reason why you guys are on our leadership team. And we wanted to make sure that we are always watching the reasons why you guys are in your roles with these videos. So without further ado, let's jump into announcements. We have a few announcements going on this week. And the first announcement is we are in 2-week countdown. We are so close to ending our daily water park season and going into weekends only. And we got to activate those weekends. We got to take care of the Golden Goose, which is all of our team members. And we have to make sure that the parks are at tip-top shape when we close and that you guys get some rest because we want to make sure that when you guys come back on the weekends, we are refreshed, we are ready to go, and we are energized to finish strong because we have all the way to the end of September and it is a long way away and we don't want to take our eye off the ball. So last but not least, the birthdays. Guess what? We have no birthdays this week. I know. Can you believe that? I was loving those cookie cakes in the office. I was loving those crumble cookies. And some of you, like Adam, you like the tiramisu. I do miss that. So no birthdays this week. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a Typhoon, Texas birthday. We are going to celebrate our years of service. We are in our 10th year of service. This year was our 10th season. We did not properly celebrate our birthday on that. So we are going to send cookies to all of you guys this week. And you guys are going to enjoy those cookies because it is our celebration of Typhoon Texas this year with our 10th year. So we want to make sure that we end strong on that. Without further ado, I want you guys this week to make sure that you have a new energy, a new approach, because August is no doubt hard, but you guys can do it because you are mentally strong. Without further ado, I'll see you guys this week throughout the parks.